earned him his first Tony. Best Performance by a Leading Actor in a Musical. Eden had been lucky enough to see it once, but during that particular matinee, the role had been played by Thorne's standby. These next 2 months, Eden would be able to see the award-winning actor on stage anytime she wanted, and if Veronica West's behavior got any more unpredictable, Eden could be thrust into the lead at a moment's notice. The thought sent another thrill through her as she, Maddox, and Liliana hugged and air-kissed their way through the raucous room, complimenting the night's performances and bemoaning the loss of Donovan. As much as their outgoing leading man could be a pain in the ass, consistently late, occasionally handsy with the ladies, he'd been on tour with them for the last 5 months, and change was weird. Breaking in a new cast member could take a hot minute in a medium-sized ensemble like theirs. Liz and Darcy had 24 songs and 6 large dance numbers. The Darcy character alone had 7 costume changes. Assuming he'd arrived well-rehearsed, Thorne would nail it. But no one could predict whether he'd click with the cast, especially since he was such a big name. The way Maddox told it, when a name dropped in, things could go either way. Unlike Eden, this was not Mad's first tour. The stories he told. God, she could listen to them all night. Being a part of this world, even though she was only a standby for the lead and rarely performed, was a complete dream. Landing against the huge bar, Liliana easily caught the attention of a nearby bartender. With thick, raven black hair and ample cleavage always on display, getting noticed had never been Liliana's problem. She played Elizabeth Bennet's troublesome younger sister Lydia in the musical, and this role was her big break too. She'd understudied the role of Nina on the tour of In the Heights for a few months before this, but she'd only gotten to go on in the role once. Now she got to perform 8 shows a week, while Eden waited in the shadows for her rare chances to step into the spotlight. Eden ordered a Patron to shoot and a beer to sip. Liliana and Maddox followed suit. He raised his glass. "To the Union." "To the Revolution," Liliana and Eden chorused as they clinked their shot glasses and got their party started.
"Adam adores him,"
Maddox offered, regarding Thorne. Adam played the show's obsequious clergyman, Mr. Collins. He and Thorne had previously worked together on Sunday in the Park with George.
"Says he's a dream to work with."
He must be, as it seemed impossible for anyone to describe him any other way. Eden glanced down the bar, having to lean to catch a glimpse of the man of the hour. She could only see the back of his head. He had hair almost long enough to pull back, but not long enough to look like he'd stepped straight out of 90s Seattle. His height set him apart. 6'4" and striking was practically Thorne's brand. "Didn't Adam go to Juilliard with him?" Liliana asked Maddox. Maddox made a non-committal sound.
"How would I know? Juilliard wouldn't have me."
"Oh, stop." Liliana nudged him with her shoulder. "The admissions committee probably cries their eyes out every night with regret."
"I'm still waiting for my formal apology."
Maddox raised his stout to his lips and gave Eden a faux smoldering look over his glass. Dark-eyed and dead sexy in his own right, Maddox only had eyes for Adam. The two had been circling each other from day one in rehearsals, but had yet to turn themselves into an item. Maddox claimed he was taking things slow on purpose, trying to send and perceive vibes or whatever. But as far as Eden could tell, the feelings were super mutual, and they should hook up already. The pining and puppy dog stares were getting exhausting.
"Should we make our way over?"
he asked, all too eager for more non-committal flirting. Eden held up a finger as she took several long gulps of her beer. 2 Patrons would be too much, wouldn't it?
"Yes,"
he said firmly, giving her a scowl that said, "Behave." Oh, as if she'd do anything but. Eden set down her glass with finality and glanced Thorne's way again. This time, the famous